Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, and today's video is all about the possibility of Pep Guardiola staying at Manchester City for 3 more seasons. We are going to use FIFA 22 to predict, make signings and simulate the next 3 seasons under Pep Guardiola to see what Manchester City achieve, and will FIFA predict Manchester City to win the Champions League. This is the squad that Pep Guardiola would be left with going into the next season. We've got Scott Carson, who is leaving the club after end of contract. Aaron Muric, who City will look to move on. Bazunu, who City will look to loan out. 20 years of age, by the way, 79 rated. Slicker, who will look to be the third choice keeper at the club. Stefan there and Edison, the 2 main keepers. We've got Zinchenko and Cancelo there in the left back position. Perhaps Cancelo goes back to right back. Esbrand, who could be loaned out. Ikatura will be moved on. Diaz, the captain of the club. Howard Bellis looks to be moved on from Manchester City this summer. Nathan Ake and Stone, the other centre-backs we've got, and also Aymeric Laporte. And Bete, a decent backup to all those. Kyle Walker will stay at Manchester City this summer. Egan Riley. Yan Couto will be loaned out. Him and Kabore will battle for that starting right back position after Joao Cancelo. Pedro Porro will leave the club, of course. He has already left to Sporting Lisbon in real life. Romeo Lavia could be loaned out. Fernandinho, of course, 75 rated in this save here, -6. He will be retiring at the end of the season in this. Rodri there. Robertson will leave. Gundogan could possibly leave the club. Paul Verso, of course, will leave, and so Yankel Herrera. Kevin De Bruyne will leave. James McAtee will be around the club, maybe go out on loan. Bernardo Silva hopefully will stay. Edozie will go out on loan. Braff we've sold, he will be leaving Manchester City. Sterling's future is uncertain. Jack Grealish will be staying, of course. Machino will be leaving. Phil Foden will be staying. Kaiki will be going out on loan. Gabriel Jesus looks to be leaving Manchester City. Cole Palmer, 78 rated, looking to step up behind Riyad Mahrez in this save. He's unhappy with his contract. Well, I'll tell you what, Cole Palmer, here's a bit big money for you. He's happy now. Mahrez looks hopefully to be staying. Delap going out on loan. Moreno to leave. Alvarez will join the club. And Bustos leaving as well. And of course, Erling Haaland will be joining the club as well. We're going to be going through all the signings and then get into the season. We'll get to the midway point, see what we've achieved so far, and then get to the final of that. All 3 seasons in this one episode. Let's see what Manchester City can achieve. Now, all these signings that I'm going to make aren't necessarily signings what Manchester City will make, but I think the ones that are the right signings for Manchester City, and they may have joined the club by the time this video goes out, or they may have actually joined another club, but we'll see. So the first signing Manchester City have already made this summer is the release clause activated of Borussia Dortmund's Erling Haaland. They paid around 52 million release clause plus a lot of commission to Erling Haaland's agent here. We're going to get him on a 5-year contract for Manchester City. Now, he is going to supposedly have a release clause. We're going to put a 350 one in his contract. I know in real life it's around 250. City will still make profit on that. They're happy with the release clause. Wage and signing bonus. Erling Haaland is reportedly on around 375,000 here at Manchester City. And he's going to get a big signing bonus of around 10 million for himself. Plus, obviously, other bonuses as well. But 375,000, 10 million, the release clause of 350 million. Manchester City have already agreed a deal for Erling Haaland, and he will join Manchester City as our main striker under Pep Guardiola, hopefully for the next 3 seasons, if Pep signs a new contract and stays in charge for 2 more after the upcoming season. Now, with having Fernandinho leave the club, Manchester City are in the market for a holding midfielder, and the man I believe City should go for, and is possibly an option, is Orlan Tchouameni, the Monaco man, who is going to be one of the best midfielders in the world, surely. Now, perhaps City would look into this deal and offer a player in return. Yankel Herrera, worth 17.5 million in the Tchouameni deal, might be an option. And I'd say 60 million plus Yankel Herrera might be something they would be very interested in doing. 60 million plus Yankel Herrera agreed for Orlan Tchouameni. That is a good bit of business for Manchester City if that was a deal that City could do this summer. Now, the young Frenchman Tchouameni won't be on a lot of money there in France, and we'll get him on a rotation squad role, which I think he will be happy with. Yeah, he is a 5-year deal for the Frenchman. I think he's the perfect Fernandinho replacement in my eyes. 55,000 per week currently. We'll probably put him up to around 125,000 per week, plus a nice big signing bonus. That's what City have to pay when you sign these sort of players, these quality young players. 5 million signing bonus, 125,000 per week for the Frenchman. And Manchester City have their Fernandinho replacement, I believe, in a perfect player, someone who's very similar to Fernandinho in style as well, in Orlan Tchouameni. And I think City will plan for 3 signings in this window. A striker, which we've already brought in Erling Haaland, a defensive midfielder in Tchouameni, who's the Fernandinho replacement, and then we want a left-back as well. And in this case, we're looking at Marc Cucurella. Now, £33 million worth. City could perhaps look to offer players in this deal to bring this deal down, considering that City don't want to spend massive on a fullback. And we do have players like Taylor Howard-Bellis, and midfielders Jan Gallardo could have been a decent option in this deal. You know, Brighton would be interested in, I'm sure, some Manchester City players, strikers, wingers. We're not quite sure. And we're going to offer Bustos in this one, 6 million plus 30 million for Marc Cucurella. City have been rumoured to be willing to offer 30 million for Cucurella. They want Pedro Porro plus 10 million. That is definitely not a deal we'll do. 30 million for Cucurella plus maybe another player. I'm sure we'll have a winger or a player that is going to be leaving Manchester City this summer that seems to be the one to offer in this deal. Perhaps centre-back Ikatura they would be interested in, plus 35 million. Of course, City would pay around, I think, 35 million for Marc Cucurella this summer. 43 million they want for him. Now, I think Brighton will drive a hard bargain with City like this summer. City want a player around 30 million in the left-back position. 38 million seems to be a good spot. No, it's going to be 40 million for the Spaniard. City are in need of a left-back this summer, and we'll have to overpay just a little bit to bring the Spaniard in. So Brighton's player of the season, and of course, you know, Premier League proven fullback Marc Cucurella, 23 years of age, a Spaniard, would add real depth to City's squad in that left back position finally, but also real quality, and I think he would be a starter for Manchester City. He was probably going to look for 100,000 per week, a 2.5 million signing bonus, which is what City have to pay in these sort of market moves, and that would be the only signing, I believe. I think City would make 3 signings in this summer under Pep Guardiola, and a 4th possible midfield signing if we were to see either Bernardo Silva or Ilkay Gundogan leave, and those signings would be sort of around 20 million, 30 million, maybe Matheus Nunes or Enzo Fernandez, who I think is probably the most preferred option. Another thing I think Manchester City will do in the market is, of course, try and tie down Raheem Sterling to a new contract. With 1 year left from this season going to the next, I don't see Sterling going anywhere, considering that the World Cup is upcoming. He wants an important squad role, does the left winger, will be playing mainly off the right. He wants a 3-year contract extension, which will take him to nearly 30 years of age at Manchester City. No release clause in his contract for the Englishman, and he wants probably a big boost on his wages. Not Erling Haaland or Kevin De Bruyne level, considering how he has played. We're going to give him 250,000 per week, plus another 500,000 signing bonus for Raheem Sterling. And Manchester City will, of course, look to do this, I believe, in the summer. Tie him down to a new contract and keep Raheem Sterling at the club for at least another 4 seasons. We will show you all the big departures and then all the departures from the club at the end of the transfer window. But Gabriel Jesus has left Manchester City to Arsenal. Believe it or not, they came in for Gabriel Jesus, offered his value 55.5 million for the Brazilian right winger. And of course, that deal was accepted. Jesus moves to Arsenal, Premier League rival, where it looks we're going likely in real life. Good move for Jesus, been a great servant to the club, but it was time for him to move on and find his feet in a new Premier League team and hopefully perform to his best like he can do, get back to his best, which is a real high level, just not quite Manchester City level. Well, interestingly enough, the club that Ilkay Gundogan has been linked with, Atletico Madrid, have come in for Ilkay Gundogan. Now, obviously, at player swap, you'd go, I want Joao Felix, wouldn't you? 101 million, that's not going to happen. Ilkay Gundogan looks like he could be on the move to Atletico Madrid. We're going to ask for 40 million from them, which would be actually an increase on what we paid for him. 40 million agreed, Diego Simeone. That means we would have to go into the market for an Ilkay Gundogan replacement. But like we said, 3 signings, a 4th if Gundogan was to leave, and it seems like he will. And Ilkay Gundogan did make the move to Spain, to Atletico Madrid. The German plays there now on a 3-year deal, 105,000 per week, meaning we will have to go into the transfer market for a replacement midfielder, which will be the final signing of the transfer window for us. That's in anyway. There might still be some outs, but not big name outs. They will be the younger players and players that are leaving the club and so on. And the man to replace Ilkay Gundogan would be Matheus Nunes, 37.5 million he is valued at. We're going to offer that, plus a player. Of course, City and Sporting Lisbon have a real good transfer business. And actually, in this one, I've actually thought of a brilliant idea. The man leaving City this summer is, of course, Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro has joined Sporting Lisbon, so why not just make him move there? 36 million. Pedro Porro for Matheus Nunes. Porro versus 10 million they want. Well, of course, Porro is worth, we sold him for around 8.5 million. Matheus Nunes is valued around 40 by Sporting. So 10 million for plus Pedro Porro has been agreed by Sporting Lisbon. That is very realistic to what could happen. City might get a little bit of a discount on the Nunes deal, with the fact that they've sold Porro so cheaply to Sporting. So looking for Matheus Nunes around 90,000 per week plus a $1 million signing bonus for the Portuguese midfielder, which has been agreed, and he is our final sign in the transfer window. So City have brought in Tchouaméni, Haaland, Nunes and Cucurella, and we will show all those deals and the outs just after the end of the transfer window, and then we'll find out how we're doing mid-season. So here is how Manchester City's transfer does look. Orlan Tchouaméni came in for 60 million plus Yanka Herrera. Erling Haaland came in for 52 million. Marc Cucurella moved from Brighton for 40 million. And another signing as well that came in was, of course, Matheus Nunes. He came in for Pedro Porro plus 10 million. On the outs wise, there was Bustos that went to Marseille on loan. Bazunu has joined Leipzig on loan in Germany. Kaiki's gone to Watford on loan. Delap to Eibar on loan. Kyoto to Fiorentina in Italy on loan. Lavia to Rangers on loan. Aaron Muric to Bologna for 2.7 million. Palaversa to Metz for 3.5 million. Ikakura went to West Ham for 6 million. Gundogan to Atletico Madrid for 40 million. And Gabriel Jesus for 56.6 million to Arsenal. So this is how I think Pep Guardiola could line up with Manchester City next season, with, of course, Erling Haaland in the side. Ederson, our 91 rated goalkeeper. We've got Walker, 86 rated there. Diaz, 91 rated. Laporte, 88 rated. And Cancelo at the left back spot with 90 rating. It could, of course, be Cucurella in there, and it could be Cancelo there. That also could be the way Manchester City line up. Rodri and Bernardo Silva in the two holding midfield roles, with Kevin De Bruyne in front. It's Mahrez on the right wing, Foden on the left wing, and Erling Haaland through the middle of the bench. We've got Julian Alvarez, new signing, Sterling, Grealish, Tchouaméni, Stones, Walker and Stefan. And then finally our reserve team is Slicker, Egan Riley, Ake and Bete, Palmer, McAtee, Matheus Nunes and Zinchenko. A very good Manchester City squad going into this new season. We'll come to the halfway point of the season, January 1st, 2023 of Season 1. You can see here, a few players have developed really well. Mahrez has gone up, Rodri's been injured, so Tchouaméni's played quite a bit of football. But I'm very happy that the side is developing. We'll have to have a look at who is top goal scorers and so on. Let's have a look where City are in current competition. So we're into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, where we'll face West Ham United. In the Premier League, we currently sit top of the Premier League table by quite a few points there. 2 defeats, 5 draws, 14 wins. 50 goals scored more than anyone else. It's Liverpool in second, Leicester having a great season, and so are Arsenal. And of course, we have to check out the Champions League as well, don't we? How are Manchester City performing in the Champions League? Well, in our group stage, we face Sevilla next. We must have gone through the group stage. We did. We finished top, knocking out Galatasaray and Shakhtar Donetsk. Through with us came Borussia Dortmund. As for player stats at the moment, our most used players this season have been Ederson for Pep Guardiola, Cancelo, Foden and Kevin De Bruyne. Top in goals is Riyad Mahrez, 21 goals in 29 games for Mahrez. Phil Foden's got 21 goals in 31 games. Holland only 13 and 29. At the moment, Mahrez and Foden in the wings really outdoing him for goals. And assist-wise, it is João Cancelo top with 9 in 31 appearances so far. I'm interested to see how this side looks and how things end at the end of Season 1 of Pep Guardiola here with those 3 seasons. So after an intense Premier League season in the 23-24 season, Pep Guardiola leads his Manchester City side to another Premier League title. 82 points there we finish on, just ahead of Liverpool in second, Manchester United in third and Arsenal in fourth. Aston Villa's Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa had a fantastic season up in fifth. Relegated sides were West Brom, Brighton, Crystal Palace. But that is another trophy added to Pep Guardiola's trophy cabinet, number 1 so far of this video. So let's have a look at the Emirates FA Cup. How did we do in that? Well, we didn't win the FA Cup. It was Aston Villa who won the FA Cup. Didn't get to the semi-final. We were knocked out in the round 6, the quarter-final stage. 3-1 defeat at home to Manchester United. The Carabao Cup, were we winners? We were not. Manchester United, a cup competition. Erik ten Hag has clearly improved them. A 2-1 win for Manchester United over us in the Carabao Cup final. But what about the Champions League? Did Pep Guardiola's side finally win the Champions League with Erling Haaland? They did win the Champions League. It's a 1-0 win over Barcelona in the final. We beat Dortmund 5-3 in aggregate in the semis. We beat Atletico Madrid 4-3 in the quarterfinals in aggregate. But in the final, a 1-0 win. Pep Guardiola's second trophy of the season. 2 so far in this video. And of course, it's the massive one. It's the Holy Grail for Manchester City. We have won the Champions League. Let's see how the players individually performed. So City's top 4 most used players were Ederson, Foden and Cancelo, all playing over 60 games. Kevin De Bruyne as well. That is ridiculous. Top in goals was Phil Foden with 37 goals and 15 assists in 62 games. ridiculous there. Riyad Mahrez got 29 goals and 7 assists, and also Erling Haaland 32 goals and 8 assists. What a season from Mahrez, Foden and Haaland, and De Bruyne are in behind. That's a ridiculous team. Top in assists was Cancelo with 15 and Phil Foden also with 15. Kevin De Bruyne got 9. Our highest rated player, interestingly enough, that would be good to see, is Kevin De Bruyne. Phil Foden also 93, Haaland 92, Diaz 92, Edison 92, Cancelo 91, Rodri 91, all plus 90 rated players. That shows how far this side has come. I can't wait to see what happens in Season 2. Well, after that Riyad Mahrez season, surely we can't be losing the Algerian. A one-year contract extension is on the table for the Algerian winger. He scored 30 goals this season in all competitions. We're going to up his wages to 20,000 per week. Will he accept that? He does accept that. Riyad Mahrez will be staying at Manchester City for another season. What a season he's had. Even outdoing Raheem Sterling, who signed a new contract. I think Sterling is still unhappy at the club because he's not getting game time ahead of Riyad Mahrez. It's just not possible. So the 23-24 season is upon us. This is how the side is looking, and it's as strong as ever. What a starting 11 and what a bench we have as well. Cole Palmer now 80 rated, McAtee 75. Palmer obviously is going to get into the first team. There's improvements we could make to this squad, and we'll have a look what we decide to do in the transfer window, depending on also the departures from the team. But I'm so happy with this team already. I don't think Pep Guardiola would look to make many improvements this side. I expected Riyad Mahrez to go after that last season, only 32 years of age actually. We'll give him a one-year extension because he's fantastic. Maybe it is Raheem Sterling who we let leave and take an upgrade up on him. Maybe City would do that if Sterling had another poor season. Well, the plan I think for Manchester City would be allowed... So the plan I think would be for Manchester City would be allowed to... So the plan I think for Manchester City would be to allow Riyad Mahrez to leave the club at the end of his contract. But after that ridiculous season where he scored 30 goals for us last year and got all those assists, no way would the club let Riyad Mahrez go. In the end, it was Raheem Sterling who missed out on first team football due to Riyad Mahrez. And after multiple complaints, Raheem Sterling decided, despite signing a new contract last season, he still wants to leave the club and he wants to go now, this season. Mahrez will stay, Sterling will go. And another player we'll look to move on is Alexander Zinchenko, who's also unhappy with his game time. He also will be moved on, and we'll look for a possible fullback in this market. Only 2 signings will be made. With Raheem Sterling looking to leave the club, who better replace him than Rafael Leao, an 86 rated 24-year-old winger. And we're going to say, what about Raheem Sterling to AC Milan? Let him try his talents out in Italy. And Rafael Leao moved to the Premier League. They want 8 million plus Raheem Sterling, which is just absolutely nothing, is it? You know, a 28-year-old going there, 24-year-old coming our way, 5 million Milan. And that deal has been agreed. Well, Rafael Leao will be the backup to Phil Foden on that left-hand side of the field. He wants a 4-year contract, which will say we want a 5-1 for the Portuguese international, who is, if you've watched AC Milan, it's just the Rafael Leao show when he plays. Probably going to get him on around 200,000 per week. A big, big boost on his current wages. No bonuses. Rafael Leao, surely this deal's accepted. Welcome to Manchester City, a young Portuguese winger with bags and bags of potential. He would be a fantastic signing, and I think a move to AC Milan would be fantastic for Raheem Sterling. Well, the Valencia are the side that decide to move for Alexander Zinchenko in the market. Means Cancelo could move back to left back. They want for around 27 million. We'll see if the Spanish side will accept 27.4 for Alexander Zinchenko. He'll accept that. He will leave Manchester City and join Valencia. Another player who's been fantastic for City. Perhaps around this time in 2023-24 season, his time would be up. Confirmation here of Zinchenko's just under £30 million move to Valencia, and to replace Zinchenko, I'm going to go into the market for a right back. I think we need a long-term replacement for Kyle Walker. Cancelo will move back to left back, and I know just the man that I think all Manchester City fans will hope City sign in the future. And that is Chelsea's Reece James. If City want one of the top fullbacks in the world, Reece James surely is the one we should be going for. The perfect Kyle Walker replacement. 80 million for the fullback. 86 they want. I mean, 85 million is a lot of money on a fullback, isn't it? That's the most, probably a world record spent on a fullback. It's similar to what I think PSG paid for Hakimi. But the thing is, we're getting a 23-year-old English fullback, the perfect Kyle Walker replacement. 86.2 million. I'll agree with that, Chelsea. We'll pay whatever for this man. He's unbelievable. Well, similarly to the Kyle Walker signing, City signed a player from a Premier League rival, Reece James, to Manchester City, 220,000 per week, 5 million signing bonus, big deal, massive deal, but to get one of the best fullbacks in the world in the team, It's a no-brainer, really. It's worth the money. What a signing that would be for Manchester City if City could pull that up. And I mean, he's just a perfect Pep Guardiola fullback, isn't he, Reece James? He really is. So coming into the season, this is how our transfer window looked. Only 2 signings and 2 major departures. Rafael Leao joined the club in exchange for Raheem Sterling. Reece James joined for just over 85 million as a right back. Zinchenko left for just under 30. Bustos left for 11 million. Kabore went to Crystal Palace on loan. Delap to Burnley on loan. Yankuto to Inter Milan on loan. Lavia to Cadiz on loan. Egan Riley to Wembley on loan. And Josh Wilson-Esbrand to Vincent Kompany's Anderlecht on loan. Let's have a look how the squad's looking. So players, a lot of players in international duty. We've got 93 rated Haaland there. We've got Foden 94, De Bruyne 93 and Mahrez 87. A Rodri Bernardo Silva midfield still 89 91 rated. Cancelo at left back 92. Reece James 87 at right back. And it's Diaz Laporte, the defensive partnership with Ederson in goal on the bench. We've got Alvarez, Leao, Grealish, Chouameni, Stones, Cucurella and Stefan. And the reserves Slicker, Ake, Walker, Mateus Nunes, Palmer and McAtee. I still think the squad's got 2 less players, yes, but the squad definitely getting stronger overall. So halfway point in the season of Pep's first season as his contract extension. We are 21 games in and we are top of the league by 8 points. Manchester United in second in 40, so clearly Erik ten Hag has changed his side around. Leeds United, Jesse March's team, 38 points in third, and Liverpool and Everton also up there as well in 4th and 5th. They are a very interesting looking Premier League table. Pep's side clearly impressing. In the Community Shield, which we did play, we won 2-1 in the final, so another trophy for Pep Guardiola's side. In the Emirates FA Cup so far, which we won't have played yet, will we? In the Carabao Cup, are we in the semi-final again? We're not. We were knocked out in round 4. We were locked in round 4. 1-1 draw, Watford at home, knocked out on penalties. That is poor. The UEFA Super Cup, of course, we won the Champions League. We are 2-1 winners in that, so another trophy for Pep Guardiola's side against AC Milan in the Champions League. We are into the knockout rounds, I assume we are, against Atalanta. In our group, we came top. 18 points in our group, 6 games, 6 wins, 16 goals, only 2 conceded. Ridiculous result there. Villarreal come through with us. Besiktas and Midtjylland knocked out. Let's have a look at how the players are performing this season. Will we see Mahrez, Foden again having ridiculous season? So the top 4 most used players are the ones with more than 30 games, as always. Ederson, Cancelo, Foden, Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne. Topping the goals this time is Erling Haaland with 19 in 30. That is more like it. Clearly he's really adapted to his Manchester City side. Riyad Mahrez got 10 goals again. Yes, he had 29 last season in the season, but 10 goals again at 32. Maybe another contract extension is in store for Riyad Mahrez. Kevin De Bruyne's got 15. He's our top goal scorer second. Phil Foden only 6 this time. Nowhere near the same level. And topping assists is Kevin De Bruyne with 10. João Cancelo with 9. And Riyad Mahrez with 6. Now, financial-wise, looking at player contracts, we've got Rodri, Mahrez and Walker out of contract. Now, Walker looks to be on the way out because we do have Reece James now. Riyad Mahrez perhaps will be on the way out despite being 88 rated. But Rodri needs a new contract. Let's sort that out before the second half of the season. So a crucial first team role for Rodri, a 3-year extension. And we've got to give him, what, 265,000 per week. One of the best midfielders in the world, the best holding midfielder in the world, in my eyes. Rodri's agreed it. Another 3-year extension for him. He'll be staying, playing football under Pep Guardiola for at least another 3 seasons if he sticks to his contract. So come the end of the 23-24 season, what did Pep Guardiola's Manchester City achieve? Well, he achieved the Premier League title, and look at that. 29 wins, 6 draws, 3 losses. Liverpool were the second place team, but absolutely nowhere near us. Wolves and Everton get Champions League football. But look how many points they are behind us. We have 93 to win the league. Liverpool have 70. That is probably the biggest runaway in a Premier League title you've ever seen. So another trophy for Pep Guardiola's side. The FA Community Shield, we know we were winners, 2-1 winners over Aston Villa. The Emirates FA Cup, did we manage to get far in the competition? We didn't. A West Ham 5-1 win over Millwall in the final. Interesting final there. We were knocked out. Wow. Where were we knocked out? In round 4, we were knocked out to Leicester City 2-1, so we've not been so good in the cup competitions, have we? Carabao Cup, Liverpool were 3-1 winners. We were knocked out in the round 4 action, 4-3 to Watford and penalties. UEFA Super Cup, we of course won. Did we win the Champions League again? We did win the Champions League again, this time against Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. Ten Hag has clearly turned United around, but a 2-1 win for Manchester City over Ten Hag. Guardiola gets the better of them, a 2-1 win in the final, so another trophy for Pep Guardiola's side. Let's see how he did, individual-wise with the players. So most used players this season were Cancelo, Ederson and Phil Foden. Top in goals was Erling Haaland, 36 goals for the club. Kevin De Bruyne got 21. Foden got 19. Riyad Mahrez got 18 goals again. Cancelo got 10 from fullback. And top in assists was Kevin De Bruyne with 21. Cancelo with 14. Mahrez with 11. And Phil Foden with 8. But Riyad Mahrez, 18 goals and 11 assists again. This man is incredible, 33 years of age. And actually, he's out of contract at the end of the season. Do we give Mahrez a new contract? You'll have to find out in a second when we get into Season 3, the final season of this episode in this video, where we see what Pep Guardiola could have done over 3 seasons with a contract extension of 2 years. FIFA predicted so far a pretty successful 2 years for Manchester City. Will it be a third and final success for Manchester City? Well, we have decided to let some of the younger players come through. And, of course, with their overalls decreasing, Walker and Mahrez. Walker's gone down to 84, Mahrez has gone down to 87. We'll let them both leave here, 33 and 34 years of age at the end of their contracts. Let them move on. Mahrez has already got 1 extension. They both won't get another one either. And that means that we can try some of the younger players in this third and final season with Pep Guardiola. And those players that he's bought or maybe brought for the youth system a long time ago can now be more involved in the first team for this third and final season. So it is the 24-25 season. Pep Guardiola's contract will run out, so this is the final season with the club. Let's see what we want to be doing in the market. Gavin Bazuni's come back. He is 82 rated. We're going to give him a new contract right away. He is going to be the backup now, and a bigger wage. Zach Steffen will leave the club. We've signed for left back. Centre backs, Aymeric Laporte has decided that he wants to leave before the end of his contract. He won't be signing a new deal. We want to make some money on him. Let's get Diaz a new deal as well. 430,000 per week, big increase him. But yeah, we do want to get Laporte gone if he's not going to sign a new contract. So that means we may go into the market for a left-footed centre-back, and that's about it. The right-back situation, Walker's gone. Yankuto comes in and will be the backup to Reece James. And then the midfield is completely fine. McAtee will be an attacking midfield now. Palmer will take over from Mahrez on that right-hand side. McAtee will play as well. So the side is completely full for players. With the side is ready, barring one left-footed defender possibly coming in if Laporte leaves. This side is absolutely brilliant. Well, Zach Steffen is happy to be moving on and let Bazunu be the first choice or the second choice goalkeeper. Zach Steffen wants to be first choice at another club. Well, Kayiki looks to make a loan move to Everton, and Villarreal have come in for Zach Steffen as their new first choice keeper. 15.5 million. We'll accept that deal. Well, the man I'm looking to replace Aymeric Laporte is Guardiola'S, 22 years of age, 85 rated. Looking to bring him in as the Aymeric Laporte replacement. We're going to offer them 70 million for the young Croatian, left-footed. Guardiola'S playing for Guardiola seems to make sense. 70 million has been accepted by them. I'm not sure how much we'll get for Aymeric Laporte. We haven't sold him at this stage, but I saw Juventus had moved for this young left-footed centre-back, and I thought we need to make a move ourselves. He's going to be an important first-team player. 85 rated, the 22-year-old. A 5-year deal. Might be Pep Guardiola's final ever sign at Manchester City. No release clause. And then we'll get him 170 or 160,000 per week. A 1 million signing bonus. Surely the Croatian accepts this one. Josko Guardiola'S, welcome to Manchester City. Well, Inter Milan have made a move for Aymeric Laporte. 86 million for the Spaniard. A deal which you will accept for a player who won't sign a new contract and he's out of contract at the end of the season. There is confirmation of Aymeric Laporte's move to Italy for 86 million to join Inter Milan. The 30-year-old will be, of course, a first choice there. So this is how Pep Guardiola's final transfer window of the club looks like. Out goes Aymeric Laporte for 86 million, and in comes Guardiola'S for 70 million. Out goes Zach Steffen for 15.5. On loan to Everton goes Kayiki. On loan to Burnley goes Romeo Lavia. And on loan to Salzburg goes Egan Riley. And that Pep Guardiola net spend trophy that Liverpool fans go on about so much, Pep Guardiola this season, his final transfer window, has managed to win it. Well, just over the away point in the Premier League table, we have gone past January into February just to see how things are going. And you can see here Manchester City top of the table again. Manchester United close behind us though. 3 points separate us in first and second. In the FA Community Shield, we did go and win that 4-3 win over West Ham in the final. The Emirates FA Cup, we are currently into the round 4, are we? We are into the round 4. We have beaten Newcastle 2-0. Carabao Cup, we are into the final where we'll face Liverpool on the 2nd of March, knocking out Chelsea in the semi-final. UEFA Super Cup, We were the winners again, a 3-2 win over Bayer Leverkusen, and in the Champions League, I assume we're into the knockout stages. We face RB Leipzig after going through top, 6 wins out of 6 wins, again 18 goals scored, only 4 conceded. Atalanta, Porto and Grimsby Town also in our group. Interesting. As the current best performers, Haaland is by far our most used player alongside Foden, Rodri, Cancelo and Ederson. Haaland's got 26 goals so far, Phil Foden's got 21. By far, I believe, our top goal scorer is Leao, actually, has got 14 also. And as for assists, it's Foden, Kevin De Bruyne and Cancelo with 13, 9 and 7. So Pep Guardiola's last season in charge of Manchester City, how has he done? Well, in the Premier League, we've broken the Premier League points record. We win the Premier League, another trophy, 102 points. Every year we've won the Premier League. That's 3 years in a bounce for Pep Guardiola. 102 points, absolutely ridiculous. The Charity Shield, winning the Charity Shield, a 4-3 win. The FA Cup. Was it winning the FA Cup? Of course it was. A 2-0 win over Chelsea. That's 3 trophies in the same season. On to the Carabao Cup. Another win for Manchester City over Liverpool in the final. A 3-2 win. That is 4 trophies in the same season. The UEFA Super Cup. That is a 3-2 win over Bayer Leverkusen. 5 trophies in the same season. And finally the Champions League. Has he done it, Pep Guardiola? Yes, he has done. A 1-0 win over PSG in the final. 6 trophies. The sextuple in one season. Unbelievable from Pep Guardiola in his final season. Let's have a look at how our players performed and then have a look at what sort of squad he would leave for the manager after him. So stats wise, his top used players this season were Erling Haaland, Rodri, Phil Foden. Erling Haaland, 43 goals this season for Manchester City. 43 goals. Foden got 28, Leao got 27, De Bruyne got 11. And as for assists, top in assists was Foden with 19, De Bruyne with 13, Cancelo with 11, and Bernardo Silva with 10. So what sort of squad would Pep Guardiola leave the next manager of Manchester City with? Well, this is it. A 94 rated Ederson goalkeeper. They've got Reece James, 89 rated, Captain Diaz, 93, Guardiola, 88, and Cancelo, 93, the back four. A 90 rated and 93 rated Rodri and Bernardo Silva in the holding midfield roles. They've got a 93 rated De Bruyne in front, 89 Leao on the left, 96 Foden on the right, and 94 Erling Haaland up top. On the bench now, and this is our backups, 85 Julian Alvarez, 87 Jack Grealish, 86 Matheus Nunes, and 88 Orlen Tchouameni. 87 Stones, 85 Cucurella, and 82 Gambazunu. And then the rest of the squad, a backup keeper, there were 82 Yang Kuto, 82 Nathan Ake, a young James McAtee, 76 rated, a Cole Palmer, 81 rated, and a young and better, and also a Dozy coming through. What a Manchester City side. 6 trophies won in his final season. So many trophies won and so many goals scored from Haaland and Foden. What a team Pep Guardiola has built, and this is what FIFA 22 predicts for the next 3 years for Manchester City. I hope it's right. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you want to see all these videos early and see unedited episodes, join our We Are City membership club, where bronze and silver is the way to go. We'll see you guys next time.